Welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Thomas with TMWYT, back again in the home garage. Today we're going to be working on the Mk6 Golf R. Finally, some performance modifications. Finally. Irv here coming to help me make the Golf R a little bit faster. We have got an ARM front mount intercooler kit, as well as the CTS turbo throttle pipe or charge pipe, however you want to call it. Super sick, and replace that nasty old pancake pipe plastic piece of junk that's in there right now, and a very, very cool front mount intercooler from ARM. This thing is super sick. So it's a true front mount, whereas on the Golf R right now, as well as the GTI, the stock intercooler is sandwiched in between the AC condenser and the radiator. Yeah. We don't like that. We want to put this right up front and center. It's gonna be sick. It's got the extended piping to route it all the way up to the front bumper. So we have to pull apart the entire front end to get the stock intercooler out, because I got the stock intercooler location delete brackets from ARM as well. Everything is super nice quality. See the brackets here. Even the brackets to mount the intercooler up to the crash support or what, radiator support, some, I don't know, the front clip. Are super nice billet. Very high quality, super sick. So those are included, as well as all the mounting hardware. They even include really, really nice T-bolt clamps.
I've never seen that.
It looks nice. Yeah. It's better than what CTS gave me, which are these standard hose clamps.
Standard hose clamps.
Yeah, wing hose clamps. These are nice though. Nice T-bolt clamps.
Dolphin sound that. F-bomb I just dropped, unfortunately.
This goes right into the throttle body. Yeah, it's nice. It's got all the ports you need for it, especially made for the Mk6 Golf R. So if you're a GTI boy watching this video, this intercooler will work for you guys, but make sure you get the correct throttle pipe if you are doing that. And the reason I'm doing these together is while you have the front clip pulled off and the intercooler pulled away, it'll give you super easy access to install this. So get right into it. We gotta rip the whole front end apart, and yeah, here we go. Right before jumping into the install, guys, I do want to thank Oem Motorsports for sponsoring today's video and providing the front mount intercooler at a discounted price in exchange for my honest, unbiased review. I'm never gonna recommend something that I don't fully support. I was looking at this intercooler for a while and reached out to them when I was about to pick it up, as well as the link down in the description below to Oem Motorsports is an affiliated link, so any purchase through that link will help support the channel. So I appreciate you guys watching today's video. Let's get right into it. Irv got the grill removed, so we started off with that. All right, we gotta remove crash sensors when doing all this, so I went ahead and disconnected the battery so we don't get airbags deployed in our face. That doesn't sound very fun. All right, on either side of the headlights, see that little brown and yellow clip that Irv's working on there? Those are the crash sensors. That's gonna be for the airbags. We need to remove those. There you go. Okay, and then it'll just pop out. Okay, and then the other one there, right underneath my intake. All right, there's just two Torx bits right up here. And then, I can't remember how it was on the stock. I think there's some fender lining stuff over there, but I just have to pop out my fenders and the whole thing comes out. The bumper pulled off, we undid my fenders, we undid the front part that I showed you guys, and then there's, for me personally, there's 4 things underneath here that I just undid, and then I've got to do the LED lights because I have the Golf R bumper, so they have the daytime running. All right, now we've got the front bumper removed. We can see a lot more of what we're working with here. You can already see the stock intercooler right in here. That's got to go out. We're trying to get this headlight out. Looks like the whole thing's coming out already. Okay, just pulled out that headlight clip we were trying to get out. After getting the headlight out, to get this stubborn clip on this side, that one we didn't have to remove. We were able to pull the wire out of the back, no problem. So we removed the headlight, not too difficult. There's 3 bolts on top, 3 bolts along the bottom. Whole assembly pops out. And then right behind it gives you perfect access to the hood release. And I just popped it out from under here. And then this little prong meets up with this little ball in here. And then you just feed it through the channel and disconnect that. Right now we're looking at these 4 bolts here. There's gonna be 2 down here on the bottom and 2 up here. Same with on the other side. This is gonna remove the whole front crash bar assembly right here. So over here on the headlight, there's gonna be 3 Torx bits over here. Looks like I've only got 2 for some reason. Nobody knows. Now we're doing this corner Torx bit, and this will basically make it so you can pull the entire front clip and not have to remove stuff individually. Once you have everything removed up here, you'll see that this is free flowing and this whole thing is kind of shaking and baking, okay? That's because we left this built right here. Otherwise this is gonna fall and you're not gonna like that. Mine's probably gonna look different than yours. I got the skid plate. I'll leave a link at the top of the screen here if you wanna check that video out. You see, it saves me a lot. We got 2 big gal right there. Yeah, so I'm gonna pop this off so we can access the intercooler piping right there. Boop, and right over there. Boop. Ooh.
They're so heavy, yeah.
I don't have oil leaks. Nope. You didn't see nothing. That is the skid plate off. Now we have full-on access under here. OEM intercooler piping is gonna be here and there. So we're just gonna get these popped off really quick. Pop. Oh, wow. That looks like it hasn't been removed since the car was made. Jesus Christ. Dinky pipes out, these little squiggly boys. Gonna get replaced with these. We may have to use this O-ring though, so file these to the side. Ooh, so those are removed. Here's the OEM charge pipe right there. Dinky hose clamp. Okay, so this little doodad right here is the temperature sensor. Yeeted out. Luckily, I had some big, long 16mm bolts. You can see those, and I just put them in place of the crash bar support right there. That'll allow us to pull this out and have it rest on this threaded in and not really have to worry about the whole thing falling because they're longer than these little dinky OEM ones. And then just wiggle this free. So now that's disconnected. There was a little T30 right here, and Irv is undoing the other one where the headlight's still in. We had one more bolt underneath the headlight that we forgot. Okay, we were getting stumped. There was one little bolt in this little hole right there. I don't know if you guys can see that, but I was keeping everything sandwiched together. So as soon as we undid this one,
Support it. Because it's just
the whole front clip is coming off. Caught it? Yep.
It's a lot lighter than I thought it'd be, though.
All right, there is the entire front clip, minus this headlight that we removed. Now this is a sight right here. 4 T30s, and there should be a 5th one over here on this bracket, but
She gone.
I don't know where it went. I haven't been this far into the car, so somebody else did some shit, and now it's gone. Here's the stock intercooler, by the way, pretty dope. Pull off these little ends right here. Now this thing is just chilling. Just put a little dead drill battery underneath that to support that, because you got hard lines over there that you don't want to mess around with those. So then these were up here, like something like that. You need these if you're doing the stock location delete. So we'll file those to the side. There's some hardware on the back holding it to the radiator. This is interesting. I wonder where this goes. Oh, it's a transmission cooler. That's cool. I didn't know what this was. So this little hole right here leads right to the transmission, I believe that is right there. And so this ducts air into the transmission. That's very cool. I got a friend named Irv. I got a friend named Irv. He helps me remove my shit and make my car look more stupider. And look at these thick old tires. Then now it should just pull out. Irv knows all about that. What am I getting caught on? Boom! We have the stock intercooler removed. And you can see how much wider the new ARM front mount is. But the benefit of this is it's a really thick core. It's about the same length. It's not as tall, but it's gonna be mounted right up front. So it's gonna get all that fresh cold air right away. It's not gonna have to pass through anything like it was on this. So this is gonna get fresh cold air right there. So while we have all this out of our way, this tube right here going into the throttle body, that's the OEM charge pipe. So that's what we're gonna be replacing the CTS one for.
Clamp right here that you got to remove off this hose to release the charge pipe.
Okay.
So I just brought it down because
It's off.
It's thick up here.
That is the diverter valve.
And then there's that little 10mm socket.
Eric's doing the clamp up top. I've gotten this bracket removed. So you see that swinging? So now it should be able to be pulled out. Okay, it's coming.
There you go.
Oh God, so much in my eyes. Damn! Look at this ugly ass fucking pancake pipe. Damn, yeah, that's where I was leaking. Okay, so up top. What's up? 2 phones, one for Irv's hose and one for his bros. Undoing the throttle body. And there's a silicone pipe he's undoing. Boom. Just came right out.
Yeah, that hose
Bro.
is bro.
This hose has been through a lot. Hose. Yeah, check this out. I think it's the same size, but it's just not flat. So this is why it's called a pancake pipe, because they sandwich it. So this has got, you know, full diameter. Pretty much the same design, same brackets. You need to transfer your MAF sensor over to the CTS one. My car is slow. We have an appearance from Pops. Nothing to see here. That's not my front clip. That's not Irv. That's a CGI. Nice little appearance from the Roberto.
He was out hunting for a midnight snack.
MAF sensor with new hardware. We installed the thread sealant. Okay, so Irv just dropped in the silicone pipe. Well, just mated it up to the throttle body there. We're just gonna reverse how we pulled out the charge pipe.
Yeah, it's not making contact anymore. Want me to feed this up to you? Okay.
Okay, so getting the stock intercooler delete brackets put on, we had to put these little end caps from the stock intercooler on there as directed in the instructions. These are supposed to go on here, and we made sure that these, we tried, fitting, either or. This is the correct orientation, and the only way we could do it was breaking this inner seal. But I mean, they're on there, they're not coming off. But one thing I do want to make sure that you guys know is I had an issue with this, and I'm leaving you my honest opinion and review of this product. This isn't like a silicone tube. This isn't gonna have any air flowing through it. It looks like it fits up fine.
It's just for the screws to hold it together.
Yeah, I thought that was a little weird. See how that kind of works? Literally just a mounting place. We're over here looking at the front clip. We have these little air ducts. That one already fell off when we were pulling off the front clip, but it was just wedged up in here. You just kind of rip it out. It's got some clips in there. File that aside, we're not gonna need that anymore. Right now, Irv is installing the little brackets. Perfect. That's as far as you're getting.
You can see the gaps now.
Okay.
They broke the bottom right here.
Really? Shh. Nothing happened as long as they're in. We got these long screws here. These are just gonna go right through these little holes in the bracket. Okay, next we have these little guys, and they're just gonna go in these threads right here. All right, got that little bracket off. I'm gonna spray paint that really quick. So honestly, just gonna spray paint this whole piece because there's rust all over it. So we're just gonna hang it on these. Okay, got to pick up the front clip, bring it over to Irv. Oh yeah. All right, we're just gonna start reinstalling everything. So right now Irv is removing the factory horn, and they include a relocation bracket. It's gonna move it out far enough so we can fit the intercooler piping through there. Okay, a little pissed it didn't include the hardware for that, so we had to find our own thing. But if you have this little duct for your transmission, they told us in the instructions to flip it over on the bracket. This won't allow it, so we just drilled into the side and mounted it up there. This is a bolt-up option for the Mk6 Golf R. Arm gives you this little coupler, little O-ring right there. Gonna clean this up with some smirk. Swear to God, if this doesn't seal, it's glow-in-the-dark oil. This just promotes a better seal, guys. I don't know, professionals do it, but I'm not a professional, so. This coupler I just assembled with the O-ring, and this is gonna go into your turbo outlet pipe. I have a matching CTS turbo outlet pipe, so, yep. Perfect. Now guys, we got the included T-bolt clamps on the silicone pipe. So we got this one all done. Nice and tight. Nice and tight. It's been a really long night, but we're getting everything put back together. Connecting the crash sensors. We just gotta put the headlight in. Already connected most of the clips and wires besides the backs of the headlights. And then we just gotta throw the bumper on. The latch has already been put back on. It's really late, really tired, so not my normal energetic self. Irv's fucking killing it. Staying up so late with me to get this done. That's a true friend right there. New day here in the garage. We finished everything up. I know me and Irv probably sounded like zombies during the install. It was like 4 in the morning trying to get this thing finished. Popped the front grill out here, and this is the intercooler fitment. Pretty cool, looks awesome. Took it out for the first drive last night. And what do you know? There's a boost leak, really high pitched whine. Instead of checking every single connection and doing a really long, hard process, I put my brain to work a little bit and I figured out this super easy solution to figure out boost leaks. So I went to Home Depot and picked up a 2-inch PVC end cap here and then put a valve stem for a wheel in there. And that I drilled a hole in the end cap and put that in. And then this is the exact size for the silicone coupler leading to my turbo. I already had an air compressor. That's why I thought of this idea. So I have an air compressor over there in the corner. That just goes right onto the TPMS sensor, and I popped the oil cap just in case something were to happen there. I didn't want to pressurize the engine or anything. So you're gonna hear the oil kind of bubbling. So we figured out the boost leaks. So Jordan is gonna apply some pressurized air to that cap up there, and I will show you guys. We just have an empty bottle of Windex filled with dish soap and water. Jordan is gonna put that end on the cap there, and you're gonna spray what you think it's leaking from. So I sprayed all connections. So I'm gonna spray this coupler with the soapy water, and Jordan's gonna, and you can already see where it's rushing out right here. You can even feel it. So that's where it's bubbling up, and the same story over here. All the other connections are good. This is a really cool DIY method to figure this out, so you're not having to, you know, pay a shop or dig around it, because I was gonna come out here after work and just, you know, redo every connection, and I just saved myself probably 3 hours of, you know, tearing back into the car. All I'm gonna need to do is pop off this bumper, we're gonna adjust these connections, and we'll be good to go. If you don't have an air compressor, I know a lot of people don't have air compressors, a tire pump that plugs into your 12-volt outlet. So this is gonna be a lot slower, $20 thing from AutoZone. So if you don't have a full air compressor set up, this will work. Okay, can confirm the poor man method does work. We've got the little 12-volt air compressor hooked up, and that's hooked up to my bootleg pressure tester thing right there. Yep. Can confirm that does work. The bubbles are a lot smaller, but you can see them. After using the little pressure test, you know, the Jordan and Thomas special, tightened up the hose clamps. You just moved them up a little bit, yeah? Yeah. Okay, so we got the soapy water back on there, Jordan. As you can see, no bubbles. Everything is venting out of the oil cap. But we got the leaks fixed. So now we're gonna throw this all back together.
You got me down again.
Before jumping into the first drive, I do want to give you guys my review of both parts that we installed. Starting with the front mount intercooler from Oem Motorsports. A couple of things that were missing from the hardware, but luckily I was able to find in my own kind of hardware bin. Not a huge deal. I'm really happy with the fit and everything. There was a couple of things that needed modifications that you saw in the install, but nothing too major. I didn't have to, you know, remake anything or create new brackets or anything crazy like that. Pretty standard stuff when installing an aftermarket part. Sometimes you have to add a screw here, add a bolt there, shove it in to get it to fit over there. You know how it is. All that being said, very happy with how it installed and all the quality of the parts. And oh, you're about to see it in the first drive. Woo, it's nice, it's nice. The CTS charge pipe, the spool times are so much quicker. Everything fit great. The only thing on the CTS charge pipe was I wish the hose clamps were like the T-bolt style, but you know, what can you do? And the silicone coupler was a little bit too long, so we just had to trim that down so that it wouldn't kink on itself when connecting it to the throttle body. So not a huge deal. You hear me say it a lot in the videos. They're aftermarket, so they take a little bit of finessing, but you know, not gonna stop me from knocking them on my build. They're high quality parts. I'm not gonna take them off. I'm really happy with both of them, so we'll highly recommend both of those parts. Let's get into the drive. Got the butt dyno turned on. That's a lot faster. Damn, that feels good. Feels a lot quicker. Well,
no, it feels a lot quicker.
It feels a lot quicker. The butt dyno says yes. Just gonna free up a lot more airflow and keep the intake temps down in the summer. It'll keep the boost air going into the engine cooler, and then woo-wee! That is gonna pretty much do it for today, guys. Plenty more mods coming very soon, very exciting. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, leave a like down below, comment any questions you have, anything you need, just let me know. That is gonna pretty much do it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.